Hey, what's up guys? Red here. I'm going to be bringing you my first video on the channel covering Valheim. Today I'm going to be teaching you guys a little post that I found on Reddit that helped me boost my frames by about 20 to 30. Big shout out to Rusty Beans over on Reddit. I'm going to leave the link to the post down in the description below, and if you got any Reddit coins laying around, go ahead and throw something his way. In addition to the information given by Rusty Beans, I'm also going to give you another tip that you can use in the console command of the game to improve your FPS. Okay, now the first thing that we're going to do is navigate to where your computer has Valheim installed on Steam. You're going to go into Steam, Steam Apps, Common, Valheim, and then Valheim Data. Inside of that folder, we're going to look for this file right here called Boot.config. Depending on how your Windows Explorer is set up, it might just be simply called boot instead. When we get to it, we're going to open it up and add a couple of lines of text to the very top of it. If you're on Windows 10, you're going to get this dialog box that pops open and gives you options. You're going to click More Apps, and then you're going to select Notepad to open it up with. On the left-hand side of the screen, you're going to see the default boot.config text. On the right-hand side of the screen, you're going to see what we need to change it to. Go to the very top left of the text and add these two lines of text to the very top. I'll have the text in the description down below, but you can type it manually and pause the video real quick if you'd like to do that instead. Once you're done, we'll go ahead and save the file and then move on to the next step. The next step that we're going to take is in Steam. Go to your library, right-click on Valheim, click on Properties, make sure that you're in General, and then add this line of text into the launch options. Once again, this will be down in the description below so that you can copy and paste it directly in for yourself. The next step that we're going to do is open up the task manager with Valheim opened. When you do that, you'll see Valheim in the application or process tab. You can expand it and then right-click the Valheim one. When you do that, go to details, and then once again, we're going to right-click this right here. Now, this right here is going to allow you to set the priority of your computer's resources for the game. This is something that you will have to repeat every single time you close and launch the game. But we're going to set the priority to high. Now, let's take a look at the results. Now, before I did these changes, my frame rate was somewhere around 60 to 80 usually, especially walking around in my base. You guys all know when you're walking around in your base, that's when you start getting the absolute horrendous stutters that this game can tend to have. Right now I'm peaking over above 100, and every once in a while it'll dip down into the 60s, 70s, something like that, but it usually hovers around somewhere around 90. Last thing that I'm going to leave you with is, at the time of recording, it seems to be the case that this game doesn't ever unload any assets that it loads. So when you walk into a new area, you discover a new area, you reveal something on your map, any amount of distance that you go, the game doesn't ever unload that. So you will gradually have less and less FPS. That is especially noticeable when you go into areas that are built up with lots of buildings. So every once in a while, 30 minutes or so, just log out of the game and log back in. Thank you guys so much for watching. I've been doing YouTube videos for a little bit less than a month now, so any criticism that you guys have is especially important to me in the comment section. If you guys like this kind of content, go ahead and like and subscribe the video to help the YouTube algorithm promote my video to others. And if you're interested in live content from me, I stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time over on Twitch. I'll have my channel in the description below.